Yeah, it sounds the king of the internet. Oh, I like that.
Dee, talk to me. Talk to me, baby.
I mean, I have a lot of information. I mean, I don't. What do you want to know?
Okay, well, let's start with the basis of your information because I don't know necessarily what you know. You know, obviously being close to Pilar, you know, you're kind of. I guess you have the temperature on what she feels about the situation, but you're also looking at the situation as a third party. But I don't think you're necessarily going to be as biased, you know, as a third party would be. But you kind of see everything unfolding. What is she feeling right now?
I mean, let me go back to the beginning. When I moved to Texas in 2006 from New York,
right,
I lived with Deion and Pilar, so I have seen firsthand the physical abuse, the verbal, the emotional, the mental abuse.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm the person that was also in the altercation with him and Pilar on April 23rd of last year.
Oh, the infamous altercation.
He beat the crap out of me as well as Pilar. I basically jumped in because she was damn near unconscious on the floor, bleeding and choked out.
How many times have you seen him, you know, actually put his hands on Pilar?
3.
On 3 times. One, you're saying he beat her damn near unconscious, correct?
Damn near.
Okay, and then he turned around and attacked you in this incident because you went to help?
Because I was upstairs packing their daughter's room,
right,
and I heard yelling and fighting. So I pulled my phone out because I know how Deion is. He loves to lie and jump on Twitter and cry like the little bitch that he is.
Yeah.
So I pulled my phone out and I pressed record on my videotape and I ran downstairs and caught him on camera choking her and hitting her in the head with a statue.
Now, I saw this scene.
There's nobody here to hear you scream. Nobody can hear you scream now. He didn't know I was there. So when he saw me, he was completely befuddled. He didn't know what to think. He let go of her. She fell to the floor, and he came after me. We fought over my phone for a good 30 seconds. He punched me in my face a couple of times, kicked me in the gut, threw me into the wall, and finally got my phone from me.
So wait a minute. Is this the same altercation where he... Was this the same altercation where he accused you and Pilar of attacking him?
Yes, this is the same altercation where he said that me and Pilar broke down his guarded, locked dungeon room and jumped on the bed and attacked him in front of his kids. I never stepped foot in that bedroom. I came from upstairs.
But I would like to add on that fact that there is a current $100 million lawsuit for physical abuse currently on the table.
Right. Okay, so has any of these instances happened in front of the kids?
None of this happened in front of the kids. The kids didn't see anything. He's lying.
Okay, so the kids have never...
The children were the only time I saw a child is when her oldest son ran from the bedroom to the door to open the door for the police. That's the only time that I saw one of those children. The other son, the youngest son, was hiding somewhere.
But they knew what was going on.
I'm sure, yeah, they could hear it because if I could hear it from where I was, and that's a huge home, yeah, they could hear it.
Well, let me ask you something then.
Anything.
Why wouldn't the judge speak to the children? I mean, has the judge spoke to the children about where they want to be and, you know, about what they saw in the household since it's accusations of abuse going back and forth?
Not in this trial, in the last trial. Yes, he did, but he didn't speak to them in front of anybody else. He spoke to them in his chambers.
Now, real quick, and I'm not necessarily saying that there's any reason to justify any, you know, the hitting of any female at all, even though that last situation sounded like a scene out of Sparkle. But, you know, seriously, has there ever been an instance where, you know, Pilar, you know, cheated on him or you know, did anything malicious towards him that, you know, may have, you know, sparked some or you know, I'm trying to understand what makes this man do this. You know, like what was the trigger?
I understand. No, she's never cheated on him. She's never cheated on him.
To your knowledge.
The only thing that she has done to him is outshine him and try to make a name for herself, and he absolutely hated it. Anything that she tried to do, I'm the only star that shines in this house. Do you know how many times I heard that mess from him? You don't work, I'm the provider, you stay at home, you cook, you clean, you take care of my kids. And anytime she got a gig, any kind of gig, whether it be a commercial or a modeling gig, a photo shoot, he would have a hissy fit. He would throw temper tantrums. He's awful. He's horrible. He's a narcissistic sociopath.
All right, now I'm going to ask you to get a...
Before you ask another question, I would like to say on the record, exclusively here tonight, that we do have in our possession multiple video and audio tapes that prove exactly what she's saying. It has not yet been released.
So you have video and audio tape that has not yet been released
Of the abuse?
Of the abuse. Correct?
I'm sorry, say it one more time. I can barely hear you.
You're saying you have video and audio of the abuse.
Yes.
Okay.
And none of that was presented to the judge?
You're not hitting the head with a football for so many years. She keeps some kind of cognitive skills.
All right, listen. This is a family issue. It's actually very sad. That these kids are in the middle of this issue.
It really
money
is.
Yeah, right. Money aside, no kids should have to go through this. No wife should have to be hit on, beat on for whatever reason. And I'm sorry that you had to go through, the situation that you've been going through there, Miss Donna. And I hate to kind of have to make you relive some of these things, but that night. Excuse me, Dee Dee. I'm sorry, Dee Dee. That night that you guys got into that altercation, obviously the ambulance had to be called. Correct?
Yes.
After you guys, go to the ambulance and get in the ambulance, go to the hospital and take care of your wounds and things of that nature. What was that first conversation like that you had with Pilar? I'm pretty sure as, the girlfriend type talk had to take place. Like, listen, this is it.
There was no conversation. Pilar was taken to jail from the hospital. I was not allowed to see her.
Yeah, that's right.
I was with her in the ambulance trying to calm her down so they could get an IV in her arm. She asked me to go take her van and follow her to the hospital, which I did. From the hospital, I wasn't allowed to go into the ER because the police were there, and before she was even thoroughly examined and revealed that she had a broken arm, she was taken to jail.
Wow. And what was she charged with?
I would like to add that the broken phone that Dee had, that she turned over to the police, disappeared.
No, Prosper police have it. They just won't give it back to me.
Right.
Wow. Those are some strong allegations right there. That's like police cover up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going.
Let me add this 2 cents. And I'm going to leave it at that. It's amazing when you take a video and an audio with a cell phone and you hit an upload button in the interim,
Right.
regardless of who has that phone in their possession, no matter who won't have that phone come back, guess what? There's a little thing called Facebook upload, YouTube upload, and Instagram.
Right. Obviously, nowadays you can instead of storing it to your phone, store it to YouTube or wherever else. All right, look, ladies, I'm fascinated. I'm also kind of depressed about hearing all this whole situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's real life. It is what it is. This is what Pilar's going through. This is what you ladies are going through, and I appreciate you all calling in. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that's vital to this situation? Listen, this is the best outlet you can get. Let me know now, Miss Dee Dee. Is there anything else that you wanted to speak on?
I can't really think of anything at this specific time. My big frustration is how Deion has turned this all on her and tried to make her look like the crazy, unstable person, that won't work, that refuses to work, that lost her kids. And that's just, she lost her kids, but she's not crazy. She's very, very smart. She was a double major at Syracuse University for pre-med in civil engineering. A dummy can't do that. She's very, very intelligent. She's responsible for most of the projects that he has going on now. The Truth Organization, the charter school was her idea. All of this stuff is stuff that he's not trying to let her have any rights to. And that's what she's fighting for. She's fighting for something, not just the kids, but those things. He wouldn't be where he is without her today. She stayed married to him for 14 years. That's not a gold digger. A gold digger doesn't do that. A gold digger doesn't have to spit out 3 kids and stay married to somebody who's abusive, absent, never there. I think I've spent more time in that house than he has. I used to have to go over there and help her with the kids because he was never there.
Right.
So I'm really fed up with all of the accusations. That's where I stand.